He really does think he lives in his own world with his own rules, doesn't he? Well, I fear the cold, hard facts might be about to catch up with Harry, the Prince of Hypocrisy. Not today, though, because he didn't even bother to show up to the first day of his court case against Mirror Group newspapers, infuriating their QC and surprising the judge. Missing Prince Harry, last seen quaffing champagne in the first-class lounge at LAX airport after celebrating his princess daughter Lilibet's second birthday party. The poor boy was far too jet-lagged to bother to show up to the High Court today. What a disgrace. Harry's permatan barrister David Sherborne said it's because his client, who left the royal family to apparently live a normal and peaceful life, he isn't like you or me, you see. He's special. Sherborne told the court the Duke of Sussex is attending tomorrow to give evidence. He flew yesterday evening from Los Angeles. He was attending his daughter's birthday yesterday and he arrives. But the irritated judge, Mr Justice Fancourt, interrupted at that point to say, I'm a little surprised that the first witness is not going to be available today. Mr Sherborne went on, he is in a different category to the other three claimants because of his travel arrangements and security arrangements. But Andrew Green, the KC for the Mirror, who will cross-examine Harry tomorrow, was rightly furious, raging, it is absolutely extraordinary that we were only told yesterday that he was not available for day one of his trial. We are deeply troubled by that. We have done everything we can to not waste court time. Now we are going to have some time wasted this afternoon. The disastrous start to Harry's week in court sums up, I think, the huge risks of him becoming the first royal in 130 years to give evidence under oath. For the past 3 years, Harry has been living in a Meghan Markle-driven fantasy world. Facts don't matter, but feelings do. There is only his truth, which often doesn't match with reality. And there's been no cross-examination from his mates in the media, Oprah Winfrey, Tom Bradby and Anderson Cooper. Well, tomorrow that changes, with KC Green determined to undermine Harry's hacking claims. Today he showed just how punchy he will be, declaring Harry's case as fantastical, and then adding there's no evidence to support a finding that any mobile phone owned or used by the Duke of Sussex was hacked. Zilch, zero, nil, de nada, niente, nothing. But I believe Harry has already lost in the court of public opinion, opining constantly about media intrusion while invading the privacy of his own family consistently for financial gain.
There were countless stories in books and papers about Willie and me not being circumcised. Mummy had forbidden it, they all said. And while it's absolutely true that the chance of getting penile frostbite is much greater if you're not circumcised, all the stories were false. I was defending myself and we moved from one room into the kitchen and his frustrations were growing and growing and growing and he snapped and he pushed me to the floor. None of us really wanted to have to talk about it at my grandfather's funeral, but we did. And, you know, I've had to make peace with the fact that probably never going to get genuine accountability or a genuine apology.
It's not just the Mirror on trial this week. It's Prince Harry's reputation too.